Hi there, and welcome back to Comic Studio. It has been 13 days since I left it off for Formula One videos and many more of those content that is absolutely for a few videos ago and probably over 10 days ago that we just completely left off. And now we just probably have my mouse cruiser back on and we're gonna be making for some kinds of comics. Like I just gonna be pretty building for some sort of like these things for over 20 minutes as well, or even it's gonna be 30 minutes as well. So first thing, we're gonna be reviewing the comics instead of making for some sort of like these things. So I'm gonna be pressing right here, and here we go. We got some sort of a hot comics, and I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't be able to make a comic because it seems like that it just made of a loading screen Grand Theft Auto loading screen image like there somewhere back on over 13 days ago. So we're probably might able to do. We're gonna be trying to make some uploads, or probably we just completely doing for. It's been for exactly 15 days ago that I just completely made it right over here. So after that, we just gonna be probably reviewing some comics, and probably some like these things are just completely art, and many more of these things. So we're gonna be trying to do this, and we're start like anything it goes that we're gonna be trying to see in Paint 3D. The description says that I just didn't able to heard of. It's probably for just gonna be one tag or what it really was, like the April Fools 2022 and many more kinds of stuff as and what isn't gonna be probably for very here as acknowledged. So I just went so close because right over here to start of the clips over here, this is actually Affogato, and she wasn't like this pretty a female and probably acts like nothing but her. It was a male itself. It's actually probably that I really heard his voice, and I certainly that was completely ridiculous. Very ridiculous that I just probably sing in about 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago that we just probably really heard that voice, and because that eventually looking like for a strawberry crepe, because if you kids are just allergic to strawberries, I'm probably the allergies have been increased to all fruits for this deaths is gonna be pretty a lot. I wonder what sure that Avgata was pretty shocking anyways. If I just scroll some more, he chops down a moon rabbit, which means a Chopin as well. That we just never be able to be sung this. Rip off the part of the lemon headphones as well. He's just using for this headphones of lemon cookies. It was just a gingerbread man, whatever we try to say. There is a poison mushroom on top of that strawberry. It's not kind of like these things, but actually like this thing as well. Strawberry caramel. It's on top of the strawberry caramel because exactly that must be a poison mushroom on it. And probably there is an affogato caramel, and the next clip was probably a little bit cringe, as such as wait, she's pretending to be a NASCAR fan as well, but we don't really think so. She got multiple drinks, and probably she'll get fatter as hell. But we really don't think this isn't gonna be going for just pretty much shit. The tags is affogato cookie, and including such as moon rabbit, including such as choco caramel. The caramel arrow is right over down here, near for its last three clips, and we're unable to vote. So we're gonna be checking out another one, such as completely going into the hot comics as well, I'm probably sure that wasn't going to be going for a little bit of major axes. We just absolutely want the heat, and we didn't absolutely going to be pretty sore of these things. For real life reference, we just probably saw anything or anywhere and keep on scrolling down for just a little bit for reviewing a lot of comics. But it was just the bad news. We're unable to review the comics and see their users for them shoutouts as well. Because that was a strategy that the ad blocker is broken, and it wasn't going to be pretty easy anymore. So we should be able to go that way or as well. So the title is ABG, you need to stop, and probably it has 69 comments. And but the one thing it is, we're going to be getting into this one as well. From all the way from the top, and I'm probably going to be going to scroll it all the way for down. Before I wasn't going to be pretty ready for to do this, I'll be going to be right back as well. So I'll be continuing for this another video for just around here. So this is absolutely major things look like pretty happy, and minor was actually pretty ridiculously sad over here. So, and it was probably a little bit of one like this happy and sad between of those, or for this some sort of a cartoon face of the future, I guess. The next one is from the Discord server, and I'm not sure it wasn't like this probably to do this like any of these, but for Spotify I probably seen for just the title was actually for this thing as anyways, and I cannot believe that I shouldn't able to do for what anything it does. So I didn't able to be returning the page all the way up, and I shouldn't able to be redoing sometimes. And next up we got Mercurial Knight's Family Meat Olive Cookie. So it's probably right over there because I seen them as without her glasses, but there's no eyes over here. And probably this is Bellflower, and I'm probably didn't be mentioned that, which is probably to see like this thing as well. So even getting a crush as well, whatever we try to do for any of these tags, because we definitely know that it's just probably to do like anything. There is the Elder Fairy onto its next clip, and probably we should to do what is absolutely started to get a little bit cringe as well, that he says, and then afterwards I died, but since canon is weird thing, and I'm technically alive them forever like this, I'm probably sure it's not the king. I'm probably sure it wasn't like this, or probably wasn't gonna be he was, and he wasn't gonna be probably say there is White Lily Cookie, and I'm probably sure it was that she said that was being this is so cool meet the golden cheese cookie already now, but meeting her while and she was meeting White Lily pinched me because she must be dreaming about. So this is actually White Lily Cookie, I guess. She was the last agent that being saw from the beasties that came up reviving her life as we know it. Another one was actually Milk Shadow was taking her soul gems. What is this? And did she get out of here? I'm probably sure, because she probably says, and she got for coloring too. I think that is absolutely for a word coloring too as well. Probably that she says, "Nice to meet you. What a silly cookie you are. Olives aren't mean for such as a car and an automobile where you experimented. Automobile we got here." So things were not going for pretty so well that I just pretty reviewed because instead of this thing. Because she said Io Pataya Drago for getting married, she was too young. and are unable to do this because there must be one princess and a knight, such as can, or such as one thing for probably like this, like the Prince Charming, and not like these anything. So there is Pattaya Dragon and Crimson Coral that we just look up into the tabs. So, because that is absolutely, this is responsible things to do, that she said, and another one, but she said, but Pattaya Dragon says that I'm gonna need to at least 1,000 more years before I'm ready for this. 1,000 years, I don't realize she will die for this, and probably she wasn't acting like a male. What is this? Absolutely some sort of a ginger. So this is actually no wedding for sure, but even that doesn't make no sense. And because aren't able to be doing for responsible like these things, that must be for like these things. Mystical opal. I probably shouldn't able to go for adding like this thing. And is what is thing like this? Probably we say the mystical alto, and probably it's absolutely mystical opal is right over here, and the aquamarine is on the right, and the middle was the golden citrate. Well, let's probably move on into another comic, I guess.